Good day, boys and girls. We're going to be going over your Chapter 4, Divide by a Two-Digit Divisor study guide for end of chapter test. All right, so for our first assignment, our first two questions, or first four questions actually, it says that we should estimate and then divide. Okay, here we go. For question number 1, we have 204 divided by 17. For my estimate, I'm going to estimate that 204 become 200, and then 17, we're going to round that to 20. All right, now 20 is able to divide 200, so I can actually I'll just do it on the side so you can see it here. Okay, that goes in once, and then the 0. Okay, so it's going to go in 10 times. Okay, 10 times. Now they want us to solve the problem for real. So we have 17, and that's our divisor, and we're dividing 204. 17 is not able to divide 2. It can divide 20 once, which is 17. We subtract. We have to borrow to subtract. 10 take away 7 equals 3. We bring down the 4. I cover up the last digit in each number. 1 is able to go into 3 times, so I'm going to try multiplying by 3 first on the side. 17 times 3. 7 times 3 is 21. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 2 is 5. That's a little too high, so I'm going to go down 1. 17 times 2. 2 times 7 is 4, carry the 1. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3, 34. So it's 2, 34, subtract, I get 0. Now I call that the cover-up method, and instead of having just a long list of guesses, if you use the cover-up method, you will get the answer in 2 guesses, no more. You either get it on 1 guess or 2 guesses. Okay, next, we have 1,152 divided by 24. All right, we're going to round that. And we can round it to, I would say, 1,000 divided by, and 24 is very close to 25, so I'm going to do 25, okay? Alrighty, and I'm going to do it on this side here. Well, actually, maybe right here. We can see this. 1,000 divided by 25. 25 cannot divide 1 or 10. I know that there are 4 quarters in a dollar, and 25 can divide 100 4 times. Bring down the 0. 25 can't divide 0, and the answer is 40. Now I'm going to circle that because I did my work so close. I probably should have done it somewhere else. All right, now we're being asked to solve it for real. Okay, so I have 2, 4. Okay, and then I have 1, 1, 5, 2. All right, 24 cannot divide 1. It cannot, 24 cannot divide 1. It cannot divide 11. It can divide 115. I'm going to cover up the 5 and cover up the 4. 2 is able to divide 11 5 times. So I'm going to multiply by 5 first to see if that works. 24 times 5. 5 times 4 is 20, carry the 2. 5 times 2 is 10. 11, 12. Okay, and that's a little too high. So I'm going to go down times 4. 4 times 4 is 16, carry the 1. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9, 96. That will work. 4. 4 times 24 is 96. So I'm going to subtract. I have to borrow to subtract. 15 take away 6 equals 9. And if you can see here, this is a 10. 10 take away 9 is 1. Bring down the 2. I'm going to cover up the 2 and cover up the 4. 2 goes into 19 8 or 9 times. So I'm going to try 9. 24 times 9, 36. 9 times 2 is 18, 19, 20, 21. That's too high. So I'm going to try 23 times 8. That's 24, 16, 17, 18. Okay, so that was 8, 1, 8, 4. I subtract. I have to borrow. That's 8. Remainder 8. Oops, I shouldn't get a remainder. Right, 8, 24, 16, 17, 18. Remainder 8. Okay, so now we're going to do 24 times 8. 8 times 4 is 32. 8 times 2 is 16, 17, 18, 19. So we have 192. So that was an 8 here, and we have we had 192 here that we brought down, 192. Okay, all right. Now, that's 0. So we have remainder 0. So our answer is 48. And I apologize. You might see a little glitch in the video, and the reason why is because I had written 23 here instead of 24. So, boys and girls, I just want to tell you that there's a lot of numbers going on here. Now, I'm keeping my work right here just so that's on the same screen. But I do want to tell you that sometimes it's better, like if you have an index card of some kind, to do your math facts on. You might want to do your math facts on a different piece of paper. So you know what? I might actually model that for you. And just so you know, like I put a 23 here, and then it messed me up, and I realized, wait a second, I did something wrong. And then I had to go back and look at what my work was, and I realized I wrote a 23 instead of a 24. So it's just human error sometimes when you're working, okay? So you got to be really diligent about what you're doing. So all of my math was correct, so that's why I couldn't understand. And then I realized instead of writing 24, 24, 24, 24, I wrote 24, 24, 24, 23, and I was like, oh, geez. All right, so here we go. Next problem. All right, we're going to estimate. Alrighty, so here I'm going to estimate, and I'm going to make this 6,000. And I'm going to divide by 100. And I mean, I don't know if your teachers told you this about canceling out zeros, but you can. 1, 2, 1, 2. 60 divided by 1 is 60. That only works if you have zeros at the end. Okay? So our answer should be somewhere around 60. Okay, here we go. So we have 97 and 6,378. All right. 97 cannot divide 6, cannot divide 63. It can divide 637. Now here's the key here. I would use the cover-up method. Bing, bing, okay? Now the only thing is that this is very close to 100, all right? So 9 can go into 63 7 times, but this is really close to 100, so I know it's probably going to be 8 instead of 7. All right, so I'm going to multiply by 7 just to show you. It's 49, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67. Okay, too high. So 97, sorry, I shouldn't have said it's going to be 8, it's going to be 6. It'll be too high. 42, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 58. Okay, so that would be 6. Okay, 5, 8, 2. Because this is so high, then you know how I told you when you guess, you get 2 choices, so most likely it will be the lower of the 2 choices. All right, so 7 take away 2 is 5. We're going to borrow, okay, and that will be 5 again. All right, and now we're going to bring down the 8. All right, we're going to cover up the last 2 digits. 9 can go into 55 6 times, okay? But because this is high, it's probably going to be 5 times. But again, we're going to try it. 7 times 6 is 42, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 58. Okay, so we're going to go down. 97 times 5, 35, 45, 46, 47, 48, 48. So that's going to be our better choice. So that was 5, 4, 8, 5. Subtract. 3, borrow, it's going to be a 4, 73, yeah, remainder 73. So we have 65, remainder 73. Okay. All right, next problem. All right, we have to estimate here. We have, I'm going to make, geez, you know what? I'm tempted to keep this 20, I'm going to use compatible numbers, okay? I'm going to make this 2,400 divided by 40, okay? Now I'm going to cross this one off, cross this one off. 4 goes into 24 6 times 0, 0. And now we're going to solve for real. Okay, so we have 38 and 2, 4, 6, 5, 3. All right, 38 cannot go into 2, it cannot go into 24, it can go into 246. So we're going to use the cover-up method. All right, 3 can go into 24. How many times? 6. No, 8. 8 times. So we'll do 38 times 8, 64, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay, too high. So then we're going to do 38 times 7, 56, 7 times 21, or sorry, 7 times 3 is 21, 26. Okay, oh wait, 21? Yeah, 26. Ooh, interesting. For us to guess, that's a first for me. 38 times 6 is 48. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22. Wow, I never had to go 3. Okay, so that was 6, 2, 2, 8. I'm going to subtract. We have to borrow. 16 take away 8 is 8. And 3 take away 2 is 1. Okay. Bring down the 5. All right, we're going to cover up and cover up. 3 can go into 18 6 times, okay? But as we can see, 38 times 6 is too high, so we're going to do 38 times 5, 40, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Oh, again, too high. 38 times 4, 32, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, 4, 152, subtract, that's 3, and then 3 again, bring down, wow, another 3, okay? Now, if you look, you can also look here, it looks like we're going to have to go higher than that, we're going to have to go to 9, because 38 times 8 is 304, so we're going to have to try times 9. 38 times 9, 72, 27, 27 plus 14, 27 plus 7 is 34. That's too high. So we're going to have to stay with 8. 8 is 304. We'll borrow. That'll become a 2. This will become 13. That'll be a 9. Remainder 29. So that's 648, remainder 29. Okay, that was a lot of work. All right. Question number 5. Carter takes tourists out in his boat for tours around the wetland marshes. He has traveled 1,095 nautical miles so far this season. He drives his boat about 15 miles per hour. How many hours has he driven his boat? How many hours has he driven his boat? So we're going to write that down, hours. Okay, so we have, 15 and 1095. Okay. All right, 15 cannot divide 1 or 10. It can divide 109 now. So we're going to cover up the 9, cover up the 5. 1 can divide 10 times, but I cannot fit a 10 there because it's just one digit. The biggest number I can fit in there is a 9. So I'm going to try 15 times 9. So 15, I'm going to use a little sheet of paper here. Okay, 15 times 9, 45, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 135. Too big. All right, so let's do 15 times 8, 48, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's so weird. Oh no, because it's a 5. This is actually closer to 20. So actually we should try by 5. 25, 5, 6, 7, 15 times 6. This should not be happening. 30, yes. 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. Okay. Do we want to do 7? No, we don't need to do 7. 6, 90. Oh, yeah, we do need to do 7. Oh, darn it all. That's funny. I skipped one number. I should have stuck with it. 15 times 7, 35. Oh, that's so funny. I'm sure you don't think it's funny because it's more math. Okay, 105. Bring down the 4, bring down the 5. Okay? All right. Now, let's see here. 45. Ooh, that's 3. 3 times 15 is 45. Okay? So you have 73 hours. All right, let me fold this. Now, this is actually a real fact I got off the internet. U.S. commercial flight carriers are currently conducting about 5,670 passenger flights daily. On average, about how many flights is this per hour? Okay, first things first, we need to write this as a number in standard form. So 5,670. Okay, and how many flights is that daily? Okay, that's daily. How many flights is that per hour? Well, how many hours are there in a day? There are 24 hours in a day. So we're going to divide that into two groups of 24. Okay, so we have 24 as our divisor, 5,670. Okay. All right, so 24 cannot divide 5. It can divide 56. So we're going to cover up the 6 and cover up the 2. 2 can divide 5 twice. So we're going to do 24 times 2, 8, 4. That's 48. We have to borrow to subtract. 16 take away 8 equals 8. Bring down the 7. Cover up the 7, cover up the 4. How many times does 2 go into 8? 4 times. So we're going to do 24 times 4. Let me move that up here. Sorry, guys. 24 times 4, 16. Ooh, that's a little bit too high. 8, 9, 96. So we're going to do 24 times 3. 12, carry the 1, 6, 72. So that's 3, 72. And then 5, 1, bring down the 0. Okay, cover up, cover up. 2 goes into 15 7 times. So we're going to do 24. So 24 times 7. That's 28. 14, 15, 16, too high. So we're going to do 24 times 6, which is 24. 12, 13, 14, 14. Borrow to subtract. Okay, so our answer is about 236 flights per hour. All right, next. Now this is also a realistic problem. An egg farm collects 12,154 eggs a day from its hens. A carton of eggs holds 1 dozen eggs. How many cartons can the farmer make a day? How many cartons can the farmer make a day? Will they have any extra eggs? Okay, so one thing we need to know is how many are in a dozen? There are 12 in a dozen. So we're going to divide by 12, and we have 12,154 divided by 12. Okay. All right, so 1 cannot be divided by 12. 12 can be divided by 12 once, which is 12. We subtract, bring down the 1. 12 cannot divide 1, so we write a 0. 0 times 12 is 0. Bring down the 5. 12 can divide 15 one time, which is 12. We subtract, we get 3. Bring that down. We have 4. Okay? We cover up the 4, cover up the 2, it's 1. 1 can go into 3 times. So we're going to multiply 12 times 3. 6, 3, it's too big. 12 times 2 is 24. 2 will work. So we have a remainder of 10. So we can make 1,000, or the farmer can make 1,012 cartons with 10 eggs left over. Okay, next.
Question number 8. To become an airplane pilot, it takes 2 years to gain the required 1,500 hours flight time. How many days and hours is this? In this question, we have the number 2 and the number 1,500. We are including this question because in real life, you're going to encounter situations where you want to solve a math problem and you have a lot of numbers. Just because there are numbers in a problem does not mean that you have to use them. Now, this first sentence is just saying to become an airplane pilot, it takes 2 years. Okay, so that's good to know. If I want to become an airplane pilot, it takes 2 years. The required 1,500 hours, there are 1,500 hours required flight time. How many days and hours is this? So all they want us to do is convert this to days and hours. We do not have to do anything with the 2 years. Okay, now we know that 1 day equals 24 hours. We are going to group 1,500 hours into groups of 24, and for each group of 24, that equals 1 day. So we have 1,500 divided by 24. 24 cannot divide 1. 24 cannot divide 5. 24 can divide 150. I cover up the 0 and I cover up the 4 to estimate. 2 is able to divide 15 7 times, so I'm going to multiply 24 times 7. 4 times 7 is 28. 7 times 2 is 14, 15, 16. This answer is too large. So I'm going to have to go down a number for my quotient. 24 times 6. 4 times 6 is 24. 6 times 2 is 12, 13, 14. 6 will work. So I write a 6 in my quotient and I write 144. And now I'm ready to subtract. I have to borrow to subtract. 10 take away 4 is 6. 14 take away 14 is nothing. So I bring down the 0. 24 is able to divide 60. I cover up the last 2 digits to estimate my quotient. 2 is able to divide 6 3 times. 24 times 3 is 12. 4 times 3 is 12, carry the 1. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. 72. 72 is too large, so we're going to go down a digit. 24 times 2. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 2 is 4. So we have a 2 in our quotient, 48. I need to subtract by borrowing. 10 take away 8 is 2. 5 take away 4 is 1. And I have remainder 12. Let's take a look at what this answer means. We had 1,500. These were hours. That means that the 12 is also hours because it's inside my division problem. 62 represents the number of groups of 24. And for every group of 24, that equals a day. So this is 62 days. So we have 62 days, 12 hours. Question number 9. There are 572 students whitewater rafting in the Poconos along the Lehigh River. There are 25 adult chaperones. If the students are divided as equally as possible, about how many students are assigned to each adult? We have the word about here, which means we need to estimate. So we have to estimate 572 divided by 25. Now, some kids may estimate this way. You might estimate this to be 600 divided by 30, and that would equal 20. Okay? The reason I have this question on the study guide is because on your test, there is a question and the answer choices are very close together, just like these answer choices are very close together. So I want to show you that here we rounded up, and then we rounded our dividend up, and we rounded our quotient up. So when you do that, you're getting further away from the exact answer, so your estimate, while good, could potentially be kind of off, okay? So this is when you might prefer to use compatible numbers, because 25 would work very well with 575. All right. Now you know that 4 quarters equals $1. Okay. So you could work like that, but let's just do this. We could do this very easily. So 25 goes into 50 twice, which is 50. And 25 goes into 75 3 times, which is 75. Okay, so the estimate would be about 23 students, in which case answer choice D is your better answer. And the reason I say this is because, again, for this choice we rounded. This choice we used compatible numbers. And my compatible numbers were closer to my original numbers. So this answer will be closer to my exact answer. Question number 10. The local wishing well was drained and the coins were collected. A total of $4.55 was collected. How many quarters were collected? Okay, well, if I have 5 pennies, that would be 5 cents. 10 nickels would be 50 cents. 20 dimes would be $2. So if you add $2 plus 50 cents plus 5 cents, you get $2.55. That would look like this, $2.55. $4.55 was collected. We do this mentally. I'm just showing you written. That'll be $2. So now we want to know how many quarters there are in $2. So $2 is 200 cents. And we're going to put that into groups of 25 cents. 25 cannot divide 2. Now I know this answer off the top of my head, but I'm going to show you it using math. 25 cannot divide 20. We cover up the last 2 digits. 2 can go into 20 10 times, but I cannot fit a 2-digit number here. I can only fit a 1-digit number here. So the closest number to 10 is 9. So we're going to multiply 25 times 9, which is 45, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. That's too high. So we're going to have to go down. 25 times 8. 8 times 5 is 40. 8 times 2 is 16, plus 4 is 20. So 8. So you have 8 quarters. All right, next.
Question 11. Thomas has $521 to spend on textbooks for college. He estimates that each textbook will cost $75. Explain how to estimate $521 divided by $75 using rounding, and then find the estimate. Okay? All right, so we have 521 and 75. So we could, by rounding, I would round. We could round 521 to $500 and $75 to 80. And then divide. Okay, so 500 divided by 80 Okay. Now I'm gonna, we get 6, remainder 2, or 6 and 2/80ths, which would be about 6 textbooks. Okay, so because if each textbook costs $75, okay, and he has 521, he definitely would be able to get 6 textbooks. Well, not definitely, we're using rounding, so we can't be for sure, but we estimate that he could get 6 textbooks and he'd have some change left over, okay? All right, next, explain how to estimate by using compatible numbers, okay? Now, I do want to tell you there are several compatible numbers that we could use here, okay? We could use 525 divided by 75. We could use 560 divided by 80. And we could use 560 divided by 70. So these are all compatible numbers. I'll take a look at those, especially the ones that maybe you didn't have. Now I'm thinking the 525 divided by 75 you might not have, but that would be 7. Okay, this would be 7. And this would be 8. Okay? So I think let's use this one. Okay, I would use 560 for 521 because it has 56, and I would then use 80 for $75 because it has 8 and they are compatible numbers, which means that they're easy to work with, okay? So my estimate here would be 7 textbooks. Okay. Now they actually want to see exactly how many textbooks Thomas could get. So we're going to do 5, okay, we have 75 divided by 521. Okay. All right, 0, 0. I'm going to cover this up, How many times does 7 go into 52? Okay, we're going to try 7 times. Okay, so we'll do 75 times 7, 35, 42, or sorry, 49, 50, 51, 52. Oh gosh, so close, so close. 75 times 6, 30, 42, 43, 44, 45, 45. So 6, 4, 50. So we almost was able to buy 7. That's a shame. Okay, 4, 1, 7, remainder 70. See, look, he has a remainder of 71 out of 75, 71 out of 75. So that's actually very close. He almost had a whole textbook. So he would be able to buy 71 parts out of 75 parts of a textbook. Okay, so he could get 6 textbooks. Okay. No, they're not the same. My first estimate was greater. Comparison, are they the same? Which estimate is closer to the exact answer? My rounded estimate was closer.